Hey everyone, today we're talking about what you should be doing before you bring a new plant into your garden. We recently received this Houseplant philodendron. We're not really sure exactly of how the previous seller kept this plant. Just as a precautionary principle, we want to apply a few different soaps and pesticides so that this plant doesn't give the rest of our plants any sort of diseases. So the first thing to do is look at the bottom sides of the leaves for any sort of speckling that is not dust or dirt. So you're looking for mites or any sort of traces on the leaves that might be spider mites primarily, or scale or thrips potentially, or really any bugs. This plant looks quite clean. It did get banged up in the mail a little bit, but that is USPS fault. So now that it looks pretty clean to us, we're going to spray it down with a soap that breaks the surface tension of the leaves and allows no bacteria or fungi or bugs to really exist on those leaves. So we'll use something like a basic dish soap. This is Dawn, and then this is Dr. Bronner's Peppermint. This is actually a really good kind of general pesticide because it's peppermint scented, so it keeps bugs away. So grab your spray bottle, add just basic tap water or filtered water, whatever you have, a squirt of soap. We're gonna do about 3 drops. Give it a shake. Then we're gonna spray the bottom sides of the leaves. I keep it on like the hard spray setting so it can kind of bump off any sort of debris or bugs or eggs. And make sure to spray the stems also, because scale tends to work its way up from the root zone all the way up into the leaves. So spray the bottom sides and the stems all the way down into the roots almost. Now I'm gonna flip the plant over and spray the top sides of the leaves. The top sides tend to carry less bugs, but it's still important to get any debris off and give your plant a general rinse. Alternatively, if you have an outdoor hose and a shaded space, put it on the low shower stream and kind of rinse the plant off prior to this. That will break off any sort of debris, but be really gentle with it like a rain would. Next up, take 2 paper towels and sandwich the leaf between your hands. Gently hold one and rub the other one. And we're looking to mechanically remove any of those bugs or eggs that might exist on those leaves. And again, just give that plant some love after transit. And if you're buying your plants from big box stores, give it a once over, because in typical greenhouses and organic production, we do pest control in here once a week organically with predator mites and a bunch of other beneficial bugs. But Home Depot and Lowe's, they're just not doing that. So you need to be very careful bringing in a plant that is unknown into a greenhouse, because if you put it near a susceptible source like spider mites near a calathea or a maranta, game over. You'll have a really big nightmare on your hands. And what you're also doing is cleaning those solar cells, if you will, of the leaf. Just like solar panels, you want to keep those clean and keep the dust off of them so they run efficiently and absorb as much light as possible. Then I'll give each stem a wipe down. And this is a good moment to take a look at your roots. If you're seeing any sort of browning or blackening, that's a good moment to use hydrogen peroxide 3% directly on the affected area. So as an example, I'll put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide onto the affected area. This plant doesn't seem to have any root rot. It's not bubbling, so that's a good sign. And then after it's done bubbling, I'll just rinse it off with just some basic water, or this soapy water works fine. So now we're gonna move on to the neem that contains Azadirachtin. This is a neem concentrate. Add a few milliliters to this spray bottle. When I'm going to put the sprayer in a bit of a gentler setting, spray the bottom sides as well as the leaf stems all the way up. So that's the bottom side. You can actually spray your roots and root area neem also. That will keep away any sort of insects in that area also. Spray the lower part of the stem. Again, this is the point at which scale starts climbing the plant. And now we're gonna spray the tops. So we're gonna keep this plant away from the rest of our rare plants for the next week or so. Keep an eye on it, make sure no bugs or outbreaks of pests are coming about. And then once that's over, we'll integrate it with the rest of our plants. Thank you for watching this week's video. If you did enjoy the video, please click the thumbs up down below. It does help us out. And if you haven't entered August giveaway, go back a couple weeks of videos and comment down in that video what your dream plant is and where you're watching from. And I think we're gonna try and do this giveaway maybe every month or so. So if you don't win this one, no big deal. Try on the next one. We'll see you next Saturday. Thank you for watching.